What's up everyone, it's boy on Space 97 aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Phoenix Raceway for the second to last race of the season for season 4 of the Powerade Truck Series. We are here at Phoenix Raceway, and it is the SeatGeek 150, 37 laps on tap at this 1 mile track that races a lot like a short track, and we have a lot of crazy racing on tap, and we might see some short track bumping and banging with how tight the points are uh, coming into this one. I'm not alone for this one for the first time in a long time. I am joined by Chase Ayers. Chase, it's great to have you back in the booth, and we are in for a wild one here in the desert.
Yeah, I mean, this is Phoenix is such a difficult racetrack to drive, and I think you're gonna see handling become a big issue as the race goes on. But yeah, it should definitely be a while on how tight the points are, and pretty excited to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned how tight the points are, and here are the points. Cremor only has a 5-point lead over Jordan Stout. In second, Nathan Bailey, a great one at Watkins Glen, is back in the title fight once again for the second season in a row. Only 8 points back. Clinton Buchanan minus 22, Lance Smith Jr. minus 25, Juan Garcia and Matt Davis tied minus 29, Zachary Fitzwater minus 30, Quinn Wakefield minus 39, Jack Gronkowski minus 43, Abel and Clemens Jr. round out the 12 driver chase minus 65 points back. And looking at the field, Buchanan up front, Garcia up front, Clemens Jr., Wakefield, Baylor, Smith Jr., Moore. For the first time, all chase. There's a lot of chases starting up front. How do you think that might affect this championship fight going into this one?
It's definitely huge. I think again, I mentioned earlier how tight the points are. It's just gonna be such an intense race, and not only that, but the fact that this is there's a lot of really talented drivers in this field, and also a lot of rookies in this field. So you gotta watch out for the aggressiveness, and you also gotta watch out for the veterans who maybe know how to get around Phoenix a little better. We know it's difficult to pass here as well. Um, so I guess we'll just see what happens here with these next 37 laps. So it should be a good one.
It'll be a fun one for sure. Things a fairly multi-groove racetrack, and it is hard to pass. Let's see how hard it is to pass for these drivers. 37 laps for SeatGeek 150, the second to final race for season number 4. Make sure everyone is rolling, and they are. Here we go. It's Nathan Owen on the pole, and alongside him is Clinton Buchanan. Roll number 2 is Shameless off, and Ron Garcia. Roll number 3 is Roberto Clown Jr. and Zachary Jalelo. Roll number 4 is Tim Wakefield and Trey Smith. And running at the top 10 is Josh Ramson and Nathan Baylor. A lot of talented drivers, a lot of drivers that have good seasons, and a couple that have had bad seasons. 37 laps on tap. Who is well put to get the job done here at Phoenix?
Well, I'm looking at the 19 Roberto Crown Jr. I think that truck's gonna be really fast, slick looking paint scheme there in the Napa truck. I think starting up front's gonna be key, and Roberto has that third lane on the inside, so it'll be interesting to see if he can charge.
Not bad pit, Roberto has been currently not in a championship fight at Homestead. Have to see what happens. Ormond and Buchanan, we are going back racing for the SeatGeek 152 races to go in season 4 of the Powerade Truck Series. A great jump from Ormond, but runs off with an even better one side by side off turn number 4. Ormond will lead lap number 1, and Clown Jr. from 5th up to 3rd and maybe up to 2nd. Clown Jr. just trying to get as many points as he can, and honestly he might be going just for the win based off of how his chase has been, and look at all of the chases right behind him.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier the multi-group racetrack, because Ormond does slide a little wide, but look at the power he can get off the corner compared to the 17 of Shane Winslow. It's such a drastic difference in turn coming off of turn 4 rather than turn 2. because of it being more of a flatter exit. So I think that outside line, if you want to make a pass, you're going to have to do on the inside in turn 2. If you don't make the move on the inside, well, you better hope you get shuffled to the outside, because that might be your only chance in turn 4.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a multi-groove racetrack at the top. It's going to be the place you want to be most likely, but it's not impossible to get this inside lane to work. It's going to be a very quick race if this stays green all the way. Only 37 laps, about 25-26 seconds around here, so it's going to go by very quickly here in a few windows, about 22-ish laps, 21, 23, something like that. So it's going to be a one-stopper. Wakefield on the inside lane of Winslow. And so far, Ormond is leading the way, with Winslow in second and Wakefield in third. Juan Garcia in fourth, the Season 1 champion, and Crown Jr., who started fifth and fell back to fifth, rounds out the top 5.
And one thing about this order configuration of Phoenix is how bumpy it is. I mean, obviously, we all know that the start-finish line is a different place, but a lot of people don't remember how bumpy and how rough old Phoenix used to be. So you're going to see them bumps playing a lot of character. You can see Shane Winslow again looking the inside, but that 9 of Nathan Ormond on the outside just has so much momentum for turn 4. He's able to hold the lead.
Yeah, that's one thing that I forgot to mention, is that they is that with the sweep pave, it still has some character to it, and these guys are definitely using that character to their advantage. Winslow's really trying to make this inside lane work, and this might be Winslow's best shot. Got side by side off of turn number 4, side by side in 1 and 2. Winslow still side by side with Ormond, and have to wait and see, can he do a slide drop in 3 and 4. He's gonna send it, but Ormond's gonna send it up top, and it's not gonna do it. That's how you make a pass here at Phoenix, and Winslow will take the race lead in the number 17. And let's see here, Quentin Moore in the number 25 is currently in the 18th position. Jordan Stout is behind them, so he's good. Bale is ahead of these guys though, in the number 44. So I think Bale would gain 4 or 5 points on Moore as of now. So it's still gonna be very, very tight the way that these guys won as of now here at Phoenix for the top spot in the points.
Yeah, this points battle. This is a very important race for the points battle. You can see, oh man, you saw there, it's the 88 of Juan Garcia, who looked trying to get 3 wide in the middle, but obviously that door closed pretty quickly there, and so couldn't make it work. But yeah, the points battle is going to be huge here at Phoenix. This is, as we said earlier, a tough racetrack to pass. So all these drivers that are in the championship fight that may not have started the best, well, they're going to be really aggressive trying to make their way through the field. So, I mean, also, you said earlier, the laps fly by here. So, I mean, if you want to move through the field, you got to be quick in a battle for the lead.
Yeah, for sure. Only 37 laps and already on lap 10, all the way halfway through the fuel window. Ormond trying to get his second win on the season. It's been a very topsy-turvy season for this 9 truck. Got a win, had some good ones, 6 top 10s in between this race. But whenever he's not getting a top 10, he's struggled and have had some unfortunate luck. Ormond back out front might get his second win of the season here today at Phoenix, as Twin Wakefield and Roberto Clown Jr., 2 drivers deep in the point standings. Wakefield at Rock's Glen, he could have gotten second, but he pitted off the final corner and lost him about 7 spots. So that is basically 7 points that he lost, and he could have been only 32, 33 points behind Quinn Moore doing this one, but now he's starting 9. So Wakefield needs a good one here today to at least have a slim shot going into Homestead next week, and that's what he's doing in that 3rd spot.
Yeah, and he's honestly, I'm telling you, Trent Wakefield in the 20 truck, from what I'm noticing right now, is, I think, might be one of the best trucks on the track. I mean, he's closing in on the leaders. He's running a really nice line. He's kind of diamonding the corners a little bit. The 20 truck could be a threat to win this race. I mean, he is closing on that 17 pretty quickly here, so watch out for Wakefield.
Wakefield won all the way back at Phoenix, as I thought the 88 of Garcia about got turned But back to Wakefield, he won all the way back at Auto Club, I believe race 2 of the season, so it's been a while. Watkins Glen, like I said, he could have won or at least got a top 3, but pitted late. Wakefield starting to get strong at the end of the chase. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late for him, and he trying to dig himself out of a massive hole. But like you said, Wakefield might have a bad fast truck in his towing machine. Has caught up to the back bumper of Shane Winslow, and now he's going to try to take second way. And here comes Wakefield.
Yeah, Wakefield with the move. I think Winslow might have the run off and hold him off for now, unless Wakefield can maybe stay to the inside here. And he will. Now he's going to have to hope 17 goes wide. Doesn't go as wide as I think he wanted him to, but Wakefield is, I mean, he is flying right now. But again, it's just so difficult to pass. You really have to drive it off in the corners to clear a truck. And I don't think he's going to clear Winslow off here. No, he's not. So it's, you don't want to burn up your tires either. So Wakefield has to be careful. He knows he's fast, but at the same time, you got to rush because this is a short race. There's already almost 20 laps to go. So gotta be quick.
Yeah, very short race, and still side by side for the second spot. Here comes Bradley Ream, who won at Charlotte. He's up here in a massive sim from Roberto Jr. in the 19. Side by side for second, side by side for fourth, side by side again, side by side. We have 4 rows of side by side racing right now here at Phoenix. Fantastic stuff, and all this, and we have maybe 3 or 4 laps away from pit stops. And this is what Winslow does not want to see: is this 20 truck get past him before pit stops. But that might be the case. Maybe not quite, and Orman loves races behind him.
Well, I'll tell you what the best thing is here right now is for Wakefield to be in that bottom lane, because he's going to be able to get to pit road easily. But the problem is with 17 Shane Winslow, if he's on the outside lane, and we know getting on the pit road at Phoenix gets very narrow very quickly, that might not be a bad idea for Winslow to let him go, and I think he just did right there. So up to P2. Goes to 20 of Trenton Wakefield. Now can he track down the 9 before pit stops?
Might have to wait and see. Pit stops will happen momentarily in the handful of laps. Gonna have to see what the white call will be for these crew chiefs and these teams. We saw at Watkins Glen of how important the undercut versus the overcut strategy went, and we might see that same factor play into effect here. Winslow briefly tried taking second way, but I don't think he has as good of a truck as what Wakefield has. Now on lap 20, as I don't know what happened to the 61. 61 apparently had a fuel system. That's the double way for Chris Reynolds, and the number 61. See on lap 21, is anyone going to come down here?
Doesn't look like it. Not yet. They might be waiting. You can see, wow, that's a hornet's nest back here, man. There are trucks everywhere. Gotta be careful back here to not have a caution, because that could, I mean, it's right on the fuel window, so it wouldn't alter strategy too much, but that would be interesting. You can see 61 pitting there.
And now here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Borman, Wakefield, Winslow, a whole bunch of trucks. Williamson's first one to stay out, Buchanan. And that's not as many as I thought, but a lot of the front runners are in here on lap number 22. And some of the chases that are in are Wakefield, Roberto Clown Jr., Juan Garcia, Lance Smith Jr., and the point leader, Quentin Moore. See on lap 23. And now here comes Josh Williamson, who has had a struggling season. Gonna come in Ida with 2 wins this season, gonna stay out. And Buchanan's gonna be one of the many drivers on pit road that's going to pit the second time, and among him for the chases is Stout, Abel, Bayard, and Fitzwater.
Ooh.
There's a bit of contact there between the 1 and the 13. And I believe, yeah, this is going to be the last group of Ida, Davis, DeLillo, and others. So these guys started pit on lap 22 to lap 24. I was 1 lap off. What do you think is going to be the strategy that will Stout chase? Do you think it's going to be the short the undercut, or do you think it's these guys that are just not pinning out with the overcut?
Well, it depends a lot on track position. You know, I think the leaders it won't really they pitted like they'll pit it within 3 laps of each other, so I don't think there's gonna be a huge difference. You know, if they pitted within like a 10 lap difference, I think it'd be a lot bigger of a difference. But one truck it apparently is not worked the best for, or it worked amazing for. I can't tell. Is the O2 truck here, and so um, you kind of have to. Whoa, that's close, and you kind of have to watch and see where some of these guys have pitted on lap 24 compared to the guys who pitted on lap 22. And you can see Wakefield is much faster than a lot of these trucks. That shows how fast that 20 truck really is here today.
Yeah, that 2012 Wakefield was moving past the 16 and 02 like nothing. And let's see, Williamson is going to be the race leader now.
Wow, he made it perfect.
Okay, well, hello, Josh Williamson. He's had a terrible season. He is currently, let me see, 34th in points. He's the second to last full-time driver. And he only has one top 10 entry in this race. And he's now in the race leader with some kind of strategy. Matt Stapleton is second, and Ben Watson is third, who is the lowest driver in points. That's made all 16 starts. He's in third. Wakefield in fourth, trying to chase him down, but we only have 10 laps to go. Fifth is Jason Lona. Jack Gronkowski and Bradley Ream battling for position here. And then we got Woolman and Rensloff, who were the 1-2 before pit stops. Now no more. Falling back to 8th and 9th. Ida rounds out the top 10. Roberto Clown Jr. outside the top 10. Buchanan. Let's see. Juan Garcia. Where is 25 of Quinton Moore? Oh boy. Really fall back in the field. 25th. But so is Baylor. Baylor is side by side with Quinton Moore. So right now Baylor would not really gain that much on Baylor. And where is Jordan Stout? Stout is even farther back. He's in 34th. So devastating pit stop from the top 3 points, but especially for Jordan Stout. Oh boy.
And I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect pit cycles to go that way. I thought for sure that the trucks that were leading would probably end up cycling out to the lead, but yeah, the top 3 were not really up there before we had pit stops, so that's very interesting to see. And here's the thing as well, this is probably going to work out perfectly for Josh Williamson because, yeah, sure, I mean, the 23 is closing a little bit, but there's not many laps left to go. We're coming to 6 to go. I mean, this is Josh Williamson's race to lose at this point.
Yeah, this could be a huge win for this 98 team. Not really sure what these guys did. Of course, they did pit relatively close to each other on lap 22 to 24, but we weren't really paying that much attention to what strategy some of these guys were doing out. So, who knows, maybe Josh Williamson did some strategy, and like some of these top 3 did strategy over Wakefield. Because looking at it, Wakefield did a 26-4, and these guys are doing 26-6, so I'm just going to go ahead and say I think the top 2 tires, and then Wakefield and some others took 4 tires. I think that's exactly what happened here.
Huh. Then apparently tire wear wasn't a big problem, and because Josh Williamson's pulling away from second and third now, so I mean, tire wear must not be that big of a problem if he's pulling away from. I mean, well, obviously they took 2 tires as well, but to still be pulling away at the 10th of lap is pretty impressive on 2 tires.
Yeah, for sure. Tyler not that big of a factor here, as these 2 are going back and forth for second. Fantastic battle between Davis and Watson, but this is allowing Wakefield to close in. Now Wakefield did not decide to pit on the last lap of the last corner again, because right now we're not going to fall back from 4th to 9th. We're going to fall back to 4th to 25th at this point, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Wakefield, this is not over. Wakefield, he's not going to be able to get win number 2 on the season, but he might be able to get the 2nd place here if these 2 keep up battle for the 2nd place spot, and we might see a Daredevil 3-1 move here.
23 drove it in pretty deep right there, and I think, yeah, Benny Watson, he's clear. So, 2 laps to go for Josh Williamson, and yeah, I don't think anyone saw this coming. Obviously a very quick race, but that was pretty unexpected to see a couple guys take 2 tires and ultimately make it work. And you can see Wakefield's going for second. I think he'll probably get P2, but yeah, he's not going to get the win.
Yeah, this is just the outcome that ends up happening here today at Phoenix, and I bet those Cup guys are making some notes that Tyler might not be as big as a factor as what we all expected here. And Williamson, the top two in or the bottom two in points are going to get first and third here today. Josh Williamson off turns 3 and 4 with a master class of a pit stop and strategy. Is going to steal it from everyone here, and Williamson's going to get his second top 10 on the season and wins at Phoenix. And Wakefield with a terrific one here today, possibly a one that might save him and going to Homestead and might have at least a shot at the championship. Watson in third, Davis with same with Wakefield, another good one. Davis only came in here 29 points back, so that's really gonna help Davis and have him have a shot at Homestead. Nathan Woolman rounds out the top 5, Winslow and 6, so both of those two good ones, but what could have been for them. Weem with Bud Crown Jr. with a good one, but unfortunately he's 12 in points, 65 points back entering this one, so I don't think the top 10 is really gonna matter for him. And then Jason Lona and Chad Gronkowski, who is 10th in points with the top 10. Don't know of how much that's really going to factor, but an interesting race, a very fast race. We've not seen too many caution-free races in a while here in the Powerade Truck Series, but we got one here at Phoenix. And Josh Williamson steals it with a 3.9 second victory with that 2-tire strategy. And boy, oh boy, Fitzy with a 39th place one, that's probably going to hurt him in the championship hunt a lot. Jordan Stout 34th, that's not good. Lance Smith Jr. 30th, Abel 28th, let's see, Baylor 25th. Richard Clinton Moore finished 20th, so Moore's going to gain 5 points on Baylor at least. And Davis is going to gain like 16 points on Moore, so just have to wait and see of what goes down here. But Chase, what's the final thoughts after a caution-free, strategy-filled race and only it being 37 laps?
Yeah, it almost felt like a sprint race. It was really quick, but it was enjoyable. We saw some great battling, we saw some good strategy, and we saw an upset winner. So, I'm certainly not complaining. That was a lot of fun to be here, and hopefully I can join back in the booth for some more races. But all in all, yeah, solid race, and can't wait to see what happens at Homestead.
Yeah, for sure. Phoenix was a fantastic one, and oh boy, the points are in. And here we go. Criminal has a 13-point lead over not one, not two, but 3 guys. Quentin Buchanan, Nathan Baylor, and Matt Davis are all 13 points back. Jordan Stout, 19 points back. Quinton Wakefield, 21 points back. Juan Garcia, minus 24. Jack Gronkowski, minus 33. Lance Smith Jr., minus 35. And then these 3 are officially out. Mathematically, Zachary Fitzwater in 10th, minus 49, Roberto Jr. minus 53, and Enable minus 73. So we have 9 guys in play for this championship, and mathematically 9 guys, but realistically, I think it might be top 5, top 6 with a really good shot. That's going to be a really, really good championship battle. This chase has been fantastic. Why did I ever do the playoff format? I don't know why, but we still have a amazing championship fight. What do you think might happen at Homestead, knowing that we have 9 guys still with a shot at the championship?
It's gonna be a lot of chaos. I think even drivers that might not have much of a chance at all of winning a title, um, they still are like, oh well, there's a mathematical chance. So there's gonna be a lot of aggression, I think, at Homestead, especially maybe on the start of the race. But again, it's tough to tell. We'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess.
For sure, Homestead's gonna be one to remember for the Powerade Truck Series for the championship. Huge thanks for Chase for joining me up here in the booth, and who knows, maybe we can get you in the booth for some of the other stuff here this fall. And congratulations to Josh Rinson on his second top 10 of the season in his first win. And until Homestead next week for the Powerade Truck Series, and until tomorrow for the JBL Cup Series SeatGeek 500K. I will see you guys next time. Bye!